Good morning. Does it sound okay? All right. So good morning again. Today we're bringing back a tradition that we started in 2019, but had to pause last year. We're inaugurating a new school year by reflecting on what it means to live together and learn together at Kents Hill School. In the next hour, we will accomplish three things. We will learn about the ways in which Kents Hill defines and enforces our community expectations. We will formally dedicate ourselves to these expectations by signing the Kents Hill Honor Pledge. And we will gather in our advisory groups to discuss the meaning and significance of the Honor Code at Kents Hill. For those of you who are new to our community, it's worth explaining that Kents Hill is hardly alone in starting the year by discussing social and academic honor. Many independent schools and most colleges use some combination of honor codes, honor pledges, and honor boards to organize communal values and to hold community members responsible for their actions. So I'm really pleased that we're bringing back our introduction to the honor board and the signing of our honor pledge, in part because it means we're joining independent schools across the country in publicly committing ourselves to building a healthy community and upholding academic integrity. Kents Hill outlines these two goals, building a healthy community and upholding academic integrity, in a document called the Student Handbook, which we share with families every summer. As most of you know, the handbook provides basic information on everything from our dress code and technology policies to the student support and residential life programs. But the heart of the document is a really important section titled Community Expectations. This section is worth a careful read, in part because, as I discovered a while ago, it's actually kind of interesting. It's not so much a list of rules as it is a series of principled statements that affirm who we are as a community. And in fact, most of the statements begin with something like, "we are this," or "we do that." I love that construction. I'm going to read a couple of these statements out loud and hope that they resonate with you as they do me, that they describe the kind of community we can all get behind as we kick off the new school year. We are kind, welcoming, inclusive, and respectful to all members of our community. We take responsibility for our actions and work to assist others in accepting responsibility for theirs. We are willing to step up and step in when we see or experience behavior that is harmful to any member of our community. We do not use offensive, vulgar, or degrading language, gestures, or actions. We meet all required obligations on time, including classes, athletics, activities, meals, and curfews. And we respect personal property and space, both our own and others, and work together to keep personal and community spaces clean and neat. So in my view, dedicating ourselves to these principles gets us to that first goal. It helps us build a healthy community. If we can be kind and welcoming, if we can meet our obligations and take responsibility for our behavior, if we can respect the spaces on our campus and the people we share them with, then we should succeed in creating a healthy community and in having a great year. The Student Handbook also addresses the second goal that Kents Hill and schools across the country pursue through their honor codes, honor boards, and honor pledges, and that's academic integrity. In fact, the last statement in that long list of affirmations I just quoted reads as follows: "We demonstrate and uphold the highest integrity and honesty in all academic work. This means that we do our own work, do not cheat, and do not present the work of others as our own." You'll notice that the word honesty appears in the first line of that statement, and many of you will remember that honesty is one of Kents Hill's core values. In other words, it's a principle that we expect you to exemplify in all of your interactions with others on our campus. Having said that, I also want to make sure that I stress the unique importance of being honest in your academic endeavors, and to remind you that while Kents Hill is a community in its own right, it's also an institution that prepares young people for the next phase of their academic journeys, which for most of them, for most of you, will be some form of higher education. So I need you to hear this. The further you go in your academic careers, the higher the stakes are. That means that when you are academically dishonest at the college level, the consequences are often much more severe than they are in high school. In the past decade, several colleges, including such elite institutions as Harvard University and West Point Academy, have reported high-profile cheating scandals that resulted in failing grades, months of academic probation, and even expulsion for some student offenders. In short, because Kents Hill is a college preparatory school, it is our job to make sure that you understand what colleges expect of their students and that you appreciate what happens when you violate college-level academic codes, hence the Student Handbook's emphasis on academic integrity. So, as you listen to the other speakers today, as you learn about the Honor Code and Honor Board, as you join your advisory groups on stage to sign Kents Hill's Honor Pledge, as you reflect on this event in your usual advisory spaces, and as you continue your journeys toward becoming accomplished and well-rounded Kents Hill alums, I encourage you to take our core values to heart and to commit yourselves to being kind and respectful, courageous and responsible, and honest in all you do. You will make our community better and make yourselves better through your efforts. So at this time, I want to invite Katie Petrillo, the founder of Kents Hill's Honor Board, to the podium, and she'll take it from here. Thank you.
In the dorms, on the athletic, when administrative decisions would have historically been made. Small committees of students and faculty gather to hear points of view and think about how we help students move forward from their mistakes. The Honor Board thinks of ways to help them do what is best both for our community and hopefully what is best for them in the long run. The board looks at ways to help repair, heal, and move forward. This year, your Honor Board is made up of both new and returning members, boarding students and day students, juniors, seniors, PGs, and faculty, students from around the world, around the country, and just around the corner. I would like the members of the Honor Board to stand as I read their names. Aaron Jones, Amita Nanda, Alana Batchelder, Jackson Melendi, Myasia Williams, Naomi McAdney, Corey Pern, Holden Hall, Kyla Danielson, Kaylee Feeney, Lori Hiver, Sage Michaud, and Eric Wu. Please give these students a round of applause. Thank you. You guys can sit down. In addition to the student members, the following are the faculty members of the Honor Board. Please also stand as I read your names. Michael Brackett, Lara Cole, Katie McLaughlin, Tim Corey, Alicia Pickett, Emily Arsenault. Are you guys all standing? Oh, you're standing in the back, welcome. Brian Smith, Chris McInerney, Adam Shabbat, and Mackenzie Sage. Thank you for all of you. You can give them a round of applause too. This fall, Ms. Sage and I will work side by side as she prepares to take the helm as the chair of the Honor Board. All of these people, students and faculty, will be working together all year to exemplify and uphold the Honor Code at Kents Hill School. Speaking of which, is here in front of you. I know they say not to read what's exactly on the slide, but this one's too important. So, our Honor Code states, Kents Hill School's core values provide the foundation for both academic, and social honor. As a member of the Kens Hill community, I pledge to uphold the core values by completing all academic work with integrity and treating myself and others with respect. This is what we're here for today. Now, I would like to invite our student speaker, Corey Pern, to the stage.
Hi everyone, my name is Corey Pern. I'm a junior and this is my second year as a member of the Kens Hill Honor Board. Just to reiterate, the Honor Board is a panel of students who collaborate with faculty members to oversee school policy. So this includes anything from substance abuse to poor attendance records and repeated dorm warnings. I think the importance of having students on the Honor Board is allowing students who are faced with troubles and are in front of the Honor Board to feel more comfortable, to feel like they're heard and feel like there's someone who has a similar perspective as them. As student members, we understand the potential embarrassment certain disciplines may bring, and we work to find innovative and appropriate solutions to help you work to become a more conscientious member of the Kens Hill family. Also worth noting is, so basically, what would an honor board look like? What would an honor board meeting look like? From my perspective, it's a little bit different than someone who might be in trouble. Here's some important things that you might want to keep in mind. You probably won't get kicked out if you get in trouble. And we really find it important to take in your perspective, so you have an opportunity to formally state your side of matters. We do not necessarily conclude that you are guilty right away. It's important for us to hear exactly what happened from you. And all decisions we make are submitted to Mrs. Davis, and she is the one who will formally see through whether this is an applicable discipline. And yeah, everything we hear, by the way, everyone that stood up, most of them have already had experience in honor board hearings, and everything we've heard and everything we will continue to hear is very confidential, so we can't share anything, nor will we share anything. Our situation would be a lot worse if we did. We would be in a lot more trouble than you probably. And yeah, so I will invite Ms. Petrillo back. Those are my few words as a student perspective on the honor board. Thank you.
Thank you, Corey. Next, we will all take part in the signing of the Honor Code. In a few moments, I'll invite Ms. Sage to the podium. She will call you up by your advisory groups. When you hear your advisor's name called, you and your advisor will come to the stage. Normally, we'd shake hands. For today, we're going to strong eye contact and a little head nod to affirm that you know what, in fact, you are signing. COVID safe. You will come up and you will do that with either myself, Dr. Priest, Renee, or Ms. Chick. Then you'll sign the document on one of the tables. Up on stage, on these two tables, there are 4 different documents. They're all identical to one another, but we're doing it to keep the line moving. So, when you come up, we'll direct you where you need to go. Here's the logistics of it. You will either come up by Dr. Priest, who is here as our Assistant Head of School for Academics, Ms. Chick, who is here as our Dean of Students, Renee, who is here as our Assistant Head of School for Student Life, or me. You only need to, shake one of our hands. You only need to make eye contact and a nice little head nod to one of us. We're up here to keep things moving relatively smoothly and efficiently. Once we've all finished signing, and I've tracked down the stragglers, our honor code with signatures will be mounted on the wall of the dining commons as a reminder of what it means to be a member of our community. At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Sage to the stage, and Renee, Dr. Priest, and Ms. Chick to stand. Please wait for your advisory group to be called. After you've signed, please return to your seats as the rest of the community signs the document.
All right, we're going to try to keep this smooth and simple. So we're going to start with Ms. Chick and Mr. Corey's advisories, followed by Ms. Hambrose. So you guys are welcome to come up now. Jordan and Ms. Fortier's advisory, you guys can start making your way up, and so can Mr. Carlucci and Ms. Keeley. Ms. Cole and Ms. Grimm's advisory, and then my advisory, Ms. Sage. That's you guys. Yep, come on. Phoebe. Ms. Moreau and Mr. McDonald. And then Ms. Lincoln Rich and Mr. Navratz. Ms. Nanoff's and Mr. McInerney's advisories can come up next. And Mr. Munson and Ms. Simmons' advisory, or Dr. Simmons. Don't forget, as you come up, there are 4 things to sign, so you guys can kind of split up a little bit. Mr. Shabbat and Dr. Brackett's advisory. Ms. Petrillo and Dr. Onu's advisories as well. Mr. Hannon's advisory, and Dr. Priest's advisory. Yeah, you did good. Ms. Davis and Mr. Diot's advisory. And then Ms. Whitestone and Ms. Clark. Just the kids. We have every opportunity. Mr. Keene and Ms. Barnes' advisory, and then Mr. Smith's. Pickett and Arsenault. Mr. Reynolds and Huron. Mr. Hodgen and Mr. Jenkins. Ms. Chute and Ms. Reynolds. All right, thank you all for taking the time to sign our honor pledge this morning. At this time, please follow your advisors to your advisory locations.